It's us. Hello.
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 We're here. It's Sounds Like Adventure. Another bonus stream for you. We're back to get to the bottom of this for you. Call of Cthulhu.
Clifford reigns again.
Clifford rides again is more like it. It's me, Jack. I'm joined once again by Derek and Jacob, who I'm just realizing are in the wrong squares, which is great.
I
didn't realize that.
I get to be Derek for a session.
Figure out
I get to
live.
be Jacob.
We'll all go into the wrong boxes for a few moments. Okay, we're all good. But yes, hey, let's do this first. Jacob, it's you. Who are you? What are your pronouns? Tell us about yourself.
Jacob, he, him. I've now been here for a year as of today.
Yeah. In that
which
chair,
is-
you haven't left once.
Nah,
just
not
watching
once.
out through people's webcams. Are you listening to the show?
Yeah.
Derek.
Hi, I'm Derek. He, him pronouns. Former listener of the show, current cast member,
That's it. You
Yeah.
were here from day dot as a listener.
which is surreal right now. This is crazy.
Yeah. After a full year. Wonderful. And my name's Jack. He, him are my pronouns. I'm the host, the DM, and here today I'm the person who's going to be reading the words from the book because we're going through the Call of Cthulhu starter set and we're trying to figure out if we can make Clifford, the big red dog, a viable character for Call of Cthulhu. Well, that is what I'm saying, but to be fair, we gave this guy no dog skills.
We gave him one. We gave him one at your request,
Track.
actually.
Yeah, but he does
He's
know
good
how
at
to
track.
use a shotgun, and
Very well. Very well.
this might be one of his best skills is the shotgun work. That's for sure.
He can also operate a forklift, but he's not licensed.
Yeah,
Was what we
he's okay on the forklift. Pretty good for a dog, if we're being honest.
He's-
Though.
Clifford's a good boy. He's
That's
a good boy.
right.
He's a good boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. He did have a go at that guy who did nothing but drive the bus. It's kind of
We
mean.
tried.
Guy just did nothing wrong. He just drove and he was like, oh no, the bus broke down. You can even go to this town. And we were like, what are you up to, you scammer?
Yeah, you're trying to skin us right now, boy. Hey,
When he was actively trying to help us as well, and we're like,
He was trying
nah, sus.
Yeah,
trying to
Safe
fix the
Solitaire in the
bus.
chat says WTF is a dog skill. It's a skill that a dog would be good at. What kind of question is that? It's in the name right there. Do you have any example of dog skills? Anyone? I can pull out the character sheet here.
Yeah, go on. No, I feel like we. Well, I mean, I purposely skipped over the dog skills, but he'd already been good at that, so we got to give him
jump
shotgun.
was one.
Yeah, jump was one. Jump's definitely a dog skill. And
else was there?
drive auto. Listen. I don't know. Maybe
Listen,
listen.
Oh, that's a that's a dog one.
It depends on the dog, I feel.
Psychology, which we took.
Yeah, absolutely dog skill.
Like support dogs.
It's puppy dog eyes. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Like throw is the opposite of a
Clifford
dog
has
skill.
unlicensed puppy
dogs
dog
usually
eyes.
aren't good at throw. Is what I know.
Yeah, no, they can't. They don't do throw.
But hey, also it is officially
Always hard.
1 year of Sounds Like Adventure today. So congratulations, everyone! We made it. We've made it through a full year. I think we posted an episode every single week of that full year as well. I'd have to look back and see, but our count has changed because we've done seasons. But I'm pretty sure there might have been one. Actually.
I think there was one. And that was
we
in
might
between
have-
season 2 and Expanse.
Yeah,
we
we
had
might have
one
had a
week.
little break now that I think
Yeah,
about
there was
it.
actually.
Yeah,
There was
but
1 week.
We
Yeah.
posted a lot of episodes, is what I'm trying to say over here. I'm very, very proud of what we've been able to accomplish. And I'm more than proud, I'm just thankful and grateful for everyone who has been a part of the show, everyone who's listened to the show, everyone who's gone from listening to being a part of the show as well, which is not just the person who's on this call, Jazzy as well. And of course, the guys who were a part of the giveaway as well, they're long-time listeners too.
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of opportunities to play with a lot of people. And I'm really, really grateful for those chances and look forward to a lot more of that in the future. And of course, it's not just me. Like Jacob, you started the show at the same time that I did. So I think it comes from both of us when we say thanks to everyone who has taken some time to listen to the show and to say some nice things, tell people about the show, everything, all the stuff that you guys do. Oh, the thing I want to be extremely, extremely thankful for, though, is all the people who have drawn fan art. That has been absolutely some of the most incredible experience. I'm going to let you chime in here in a second, Jacob, but I've got more to say. Let me keep talking. I want to say the first time we saw some fan art, I think Jazzy shared it with us on the Discord channel. And I remember sitting there and just looking at it and just being so overwhelmed emotionally in that moment, filled with so much like humble joy, basically. And I, to be honest, I don't totally remember exactly which piece it was that was shown to us first, but my gosh, it was such a transformative moment. So thank you so much, you guys, for drawing everything. And every single time that I see anything that anyone draws, it's really just so humbling and so just like emotional. It's really, really surprising how emotive I get when I see this stuff. So thank you so much. And please tag sounds like _pod in your posts so I can repost these things. Damn it. Let me repost them. The people want to see them. The people need to know. Jacob, over to you.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I think that a year, or it would have been 2 years ago that me and you first sat down and went, hey, what if we let people listen to us play D&D? And that was Jack's pitch to me, and I went, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, why not?
Sounds like a great idea. And then a year later, we launched the show, and to be sitting here now, still doing that, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that there's that many people that want to listen to us be idiots on on a stream and on a podcast. And it, like Jack said, the fan art, like it's so humbling. I still show my friends regularly, shamelessly being like, look, someone made art of a thing that I created. Look how cool that is. Do they care about the show? Do they watch the show? No. But I don't care.
They have to see it.
Yeah.
They need to see. Yeah, they need to see my stupid, drunken idiot drawn in real life. But yes, thank you, everyone. It is very humbling and very, it's just awesome. It is.
No, yeah, it's just really it's overwhelming, and it's really cool to be like, it's a year, it's it's an arbitrary point, right? It's like these things, but it's just a good point to reflect back. And it's funny, you mentioned like those early recordings, and I remember in those home games we were playing before this all got started. You okay there, Jacob?
Yeah, there's something on my hair, and I can't figure out where it is. It's like that looking.
It looks like he's sending signals to like a sleeper agent or something.
There it is.
You're activating right now. Jacob's going to come through the screen at us.
It's one of those scenarios when you're looking in a mirror and you're like, left is left, no, left is right, no, hang on. Yeah, we talked about that last week. I know, we talked about that last week.
We do it anyway.
It's like somebody said Opal near Jacob and he just activated. But yeah, no, I remember those days, and I remember saying to you and the other guys that we were playing with at the time, and I was just like, "Do you guys mind if I record these? I just want to listen back and listen to my DMing." Is what I said. I was basically being like getting ready to turn this into a podcast from my very first time DMing a game. But I think that's enough getting maudlin about this whole experience. But yeah, just to summarize, thank you, folks. Really appreciate it. It's meant a lot. And we have plenty more to come in the future and right now. So let's get into it. So we're getting back into some Call of Cthulhu.
Got it right.
All right, let's get over to the desk. Yes, everything stayed bright. Wonderful. So where do we leave off, gang? We've spoken about this a little bit behind the scenes, but I immediately forget everything anyone says to me unless it's presented in the D&D format.
Sorry, I'm making terrible Glee jokes in the chat. We followed the guy that we didn't know whether he was a guy or a abomination, and then he jumped off the cliff. And then we went back, troubled by this. I think we lost sanity for it, and then we went back to the bed and breakfast or the inn or whatever the hell it was.
Pretty sure it was a bed and breakfast, right? I think it was an Airbnb, actually. There was a whole app for it in 1920s America.
Class as a super host as well, so she's...
Yeah, she's got those Yelp...
instant approval.
Yelp reviews.
Yep. So,
and then we met the daughter, and then I think we went to bed. I'm pretty sure was where we left it.
Yeah, we left off at bed. It was a good point to leave off because he didn't want to be late for his bedtime.
Clifford was circling the mattresses as we left.
Yep, they had him on a. His wife's room was so cheap; it was just like a cushion. Is all they gave him.
He had to make 3 circles before he laid down.
All right. Well, I'll reread the last paragraph here. Man, the light is washing everything out this time. I think I've pointed the light in a different way, so I'm gonna have to fix this up in a few moments because it's not really all that good to look at. Just like washed out images
in a kennel.
Yeah, I'll look at it. I'll move it over here. So let's just read the last paragraph that we had, which was, you retire to your room. It's a little chilly, but you're too tired to worry about lighting the fire. The sheets are clean and the bed soon warms up. The silence outside is strange after living in a town for so long, but you soon drop off. I like that turn of phrase. The sheets are clean and the bed soon warms up. That's like very evocative, and you get a very good picture of what that feels like.
Kind of warms you up a little too.
Yeah, you feel cozy.
Man,
You're like,
it's
nice
a
when
nice
the bed gets warm. Hey.
Yeah, you got that picture of like when you first get into bed and it's cold, so you just burrito and wait for a little bit as it body heat catches up. Yeah,
I love that feeling. That's an underrated feeling. That should be people should talk more about that.
How do we bottle that?
We got to coin a phrase for that.
Do you guys rub your feet like on the
cricket
bed sheet, just like at the end, just like to warm it up that little extra bit
like
as
the
well?
cricket,
man. You burrowing like a rabbit over there. What are you doing?
You talking the cricket feet? You talking the like?
Yeah, like, but you do it on the actual like end of the bed, like under the sheets, like, and it like just warms up that little bit extra quicker.
Trying to start a fire down there?
I was waiting for the pause so I could see exactly that.
I know. I don't do that. I like it though. I've forgotten what number I need to go to next. I've been so transfixed. What was it?
It was 63.
63.
It was 163. Was it? Is what we're on?
No, we were on 63. Just 63 was where we last left.
Okay, so now I got to go back to 63.
To figure
Somebody
out
in the
where
chat
we're going.
know? Somebody been paying attention? Because
no, it was washed out. We couldn't see.
I said it. I said the words. 154 is what it was.
You confuse me with someone who listens.
What a great player you are. You dream of fire in the grate, coruscating colours shimmering through the dancing tongues of flame. Does anyone know what coruscating means?
Coruscating, is it?
Coruscating, yeah, there's a C in there.
Yeah, I think it's coruscating. Okay. And I think it's like
what does it mean there?
I have no earthly idea.
Let's
find out. Google time.
Means to give sparkle or to give off reflected flashes of light.
Oh, so yeah, flashing or sparkling. So a kaleidoscope would be considered coruscating.
Oh.
You know, I hit the cricket before bed. That's what people are saying in the chat right now. Hit the cricket is a sick phrase. That sounds like a dance craze from the 80s. Somebody hit the cricket.
Somebody hit the cricket.
Yeah. Okay. You dream of fire in the grate, coruscating colours shimmering through the dancing tongues of flame. At first they're tiny, almost microscopic, but they grow and grow until a kaleidoscopic inferno spills from the fireplace, spreading across the floor, up the sheets. You wake with a start. Daylight glints through the curtain. You get up and examine the grate, blinking the sleep from your eyes. It is quite cold. If you have taken any damage, you may heal 1 hit point for your night's sleep. Hey, we'll heal a hit point. So we took a little damage, remember, guys?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it... Do you remember how we took the damage?
No, I remember we took sanity
We with
from the guy.
with the bus, wasn't it? Because
No,
we
didn't.
failed the stand-up check.
We passed the sanity roll, so we didn't actually lose any sanity.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So
It's when he was
okay,
Tokyo drifting around the bus.
yeah, something fell onto us.
Yeah.
Or we fell onto something.
Here we go. Echo, you fell into the chair.
Fell into the chair. Gotcha. Classic us. Okay, now go to 166.
Oh, that's right. It was like we cornered ourselves. When he did the corner, we slid across the chair into the wall and stuff, didn't we? In the bus.
Yes. May seems to have no running water, but has supplied some in a ceramic jug. You freshen up at the washstand and go in. She cooks a hearty breakfast and leaves you in peace to eat. At about 7:30, you are paid up, packed, and ready to go. You bid May goodbye, and she wishes you the best for your new career in Arkham. Hey, things are going great over here for us, guys. Feels like this is going to be fine. If you succeeded on a skill roll last night and wish to investigate the results further, go to 178. Otherwise, go to 192. We did succeed on our tracking roll.
We
Yes.
What would we like to do? Would we like to investigate further, or would we like to otherwise?
No, let's investigate.
All right.
Clifford's got the scent.
He doesn't let it go once he has it. All right.
Hey,
You retrace your steps of last night. A few villagers watch with polite curiosity as you thread your way along the northern cliffs, bag in tow. In time, you think you have found the spot. Heart thudding in your chest, you peer over the edge. Nothing. With the benefit of daylight, you see the cliff is not the bottomless drop you imagined. It leads to a shelf some 20 yards below. It could still be a lethal tumble, but you see no body, no blood. Make a spot hidden roll. If you succeed, go to 112. Otherwise, go to 192. All right, spot hidden.
no, we want low, don't we?
What's that?
We want low, don't we?
Yeah, roll
Yep.
under in this system. All right, we got a spot hidden is what we
What's
got
our spot
first
hidden?
hidden. What's our number for spot hidden? It's kind of neat rolling under. We got a 50 in spot hidden. Oh, over here. There it is.
Yeah.
There. 50. So 50-50 chance, gang.
We got this.
We got it.
Calling it now. 23.
89.
Damn.
That's more.
Could not have been further.
It could have been. It could have been. Could have got 100. That would have been more. Okay, otherwise go to 192. I think that was the page we were supposed to go to if we didn't do any investigation.
Okay, so we just
whiffed it, gang.
side quest.
You are already tired of your heavy bags. Hopefully, Silas has repaired the motor coach and you can resume your long journey. A sourpuss he might be, but the old driver seemed to understand his vehicle well enough. You pause to check your watch, still 20 minutes early, and round the final corner. Still 20 minutes early and round the final corner. The motor coach is gone. You put your bags down and search the area, trekking up and down slopes and around corners. At the edge of the village, you trace the long road back as it winds across the hills. 8 o'clock comes and goes. There's no coach to be seen. A passing villager notices your bags. Oh, what's this person's voice going to be? Looking for the bus? I heard him take off at first light. He's due back in 3 to 4 days. If you need a place to stay, May Ledbetter rents a room. The man raises his hat to you and he strolls on into the village. I was going to do like a fake hat tip and I'm literally realize I'm wearing a hat right now. You curse Silas under your breath, Perhaps he went for parts, but you wonder if the old goat has stranded you here on purpose. Ah, son of a gun.
It may or may not have had something to do with us confronting him.
Maybe.
Hey, just an inkling.
Looking
Definitely.
for the bus. I hope that villager doesn't show up again. May is doing laundry and looks surprised to see you again. Forgot something. When you explain the situation, she offers to store your bags while you try to arrange alternative transport. You're grateful to relinquish the load. Nobody here has anything like a car. She strokes her chin and narrows her eyes. Maybe you could find somebody with a horse and a cart for your bags? I could ask around later. Try Mr. Winters at the village hall. He'll know if anyone will. Or ask among the artisans. Their workshops are first left on Silbury Street. She reaches over and squeezes your wrist. Don't worry. I won't see you sleeping in the street. Money or no money. You thank May and turn to face the village. Go to 6. All right, things are heating up over here,
let's
gang.
go. Let's go.
Let's go, Clifford.
What is they going to find? There's some like festival happening, isn't there?
Yeah, there was yeah.
Oh, we got some choices to make here. Good.
Let's go.
You wander the streets of Emberhead without any particular destination in mind. The village is built on a relatively flat upland with a splendid view. To the north, the hazy tips of the White Mountains reach for the heavens. To the south, the sparkling waters of Lake Winnipesaukee touch the... Winnipesaukee was so hard that I was messing up a word following it that is just a normal word. Lake Winnipesaukee touched the horizon. I was going to say horizon.
The horizon.
Lake Winnipesaukee touches the horizon. What's the Minnesota accent? Is that what this area would be? The village itself takes less than 5 minutes to cross from... No, I can't do it. From edge to edge.
You're just
I'm just doing back into Irish again.
Irish,
yeah, trying. I need more like round syllables and to talk like Jesse the Body Venturer. is what I need
Minnesota.
to.
It's Minnesota. It's like, yeah, they
No, it's
still
the
do
great
that.
state of Minnesota is what it is.
Oh, so
I'm
that's
Jesse
you're talking.
Jesse the Body Ventura, and I'm
You're
the
like,
governor
yeah.
of the great state of Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I don't even live in the continental United States anymore. I live down in the Baja. Is what I do. I like to get 2 tortillas and put some cheese in between them and eat them. He's the best voice in the world. I know nobody knows
quesadilla.
wrestling but me, and Derek, but my
Jesse
gosh,
the Body.
everyone needs to know about Jesse the Body Ventura. He's the greatest
Early
human
days
being.
on commentary with Vince McMahon.
Yeah, and then he hosted a show about conspiracy theories where he would fly around in a helicopter with his son.
What?
Oh, it's like he's an icon, Jesse
He's
the Body
the Predator.
Ventura. Yeah, he's always like, let's talk about what George W. Bush thinks about this. Like he always makes it political. It's amazing. But anyway, but another one for the old heads out there. The village takes itself less than 5 meters to cross from edge to edge. You arrive on the winding road to the west. The only other road leads to the south, following a lower ridge of land as it turns east. In the southwest of the village, an open grassy space borders a ruined church, its graveyard cresting the cliffs. To the northeast, the 3 main thoroughfares meet at a raised black metal structure. It looms stark against the blue sky. Wow, there's a lot of directions there. I don't know if I didn't take any of that in, and I was reading it, so I'd be surprised if you followed any of that stuff. But choices that we can make here: we can ask about transport at the local general store. We can seek out the village hall. We can walk down to the lower level and check the eastern road. Examine the large metal structure. Explore the church. Look for local people with their own transport needs.
Ooh. Clifford, being the good boy that he is, feel like he would be seeking out some people with transport. I don't think we
I
go
reckon so.
asking at that specific place of transport. I say we go mingle.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's go mingle.
Make me
Let's go
do
get
more
excited.
voices is what you guys have decided here.
I have already hatched a plan with
Yes.
Derek, by the way, for our D&D campaign. One of us is going to have speak with dead. One of us is going to have speak with plants, and another's going to have speak with animals.
Why are you telling me now? You should have waited and kept this a surprise.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Now I have time to prepare what these voices are going to sound like. What does a
think
tree
you're just-
sound like? I got to get thinking about this. I reckon a tree probably sounds quite a lot like Jet from that game that we ran, by the way. I feel like is a viable option.
They got that California beach guy, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
They're just hanging in the breeze, dude.
man, just whatever way the wind blows, man.
Gotta figure out a way to like be able to let you guys do NPCs as well as players sometimes for some of these characters, because it'd be fun for like Jet to make an appearance but Derek to still be able to do the voice, but not have to be Jet all the time, because that may be a burden that is too heavy for anyone to carry. But yeah, we got to figure that out. If anyone has any ideas, I'd love to hear what other people are doing on that front. Not far from the Ledbetter House, on the north side of Silbury Street, there is an open courtyard. The rhythmic tattoo of a hammer seems to announce your approach. The courtyard is the busiest location you have yet seen in Emberhead. It is bordered by a ring of workshops. Some are brick buildings, some only rough huts. A blacksmith ceases to hammer, thrusting something red and glowing into a bucket of cold water. A weaver looks up from his loom, blinking at you for a moment before returning to his shuttle. A shuttle? Oh man, this dude's got a spaceship.
Nice.
A potter, engraver, and carpenter each work in their own space, exchanging friendly banter. You move among the artisans, chatting about their work. Eventually you bring up the question of export. Some of them send occasional packages with Silas. Some restrict their custom entirely to villages. You receive no suggestions about alternative transport. Make a psychology roll. If you succeed, go to 106. Otherwise, go to 25.
Hey,
Psychology again.
we have one of
We
those.
took it.
Everything's coming up Clifford over here. All right.
The goodest of boys.
Great. What was it? Psychology. 30
Yeah.
only, though. It's not you're not great at psychology.
It's better than nothing.
It is
Calling
better than...
it 17.
The default is
Ooh.
10, so we would have had 10 if we didn't get
Okay, so that's an extra 20 allowance here.
Come on, low number. Is that... It doesn't matter. Either way, it's higher. That's a 96. Another miss. It's almost like a dog is not equipped to handle this scenario.
Look, the dice just don't believe in Clifford the way I do.
Exactly.
How would Scooby-Doo say there's something weird in this town?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Derek?
Oh, but okay.
Let's go over to the impression king,
let's
Derek,
try it.
over there. And then do it, and afterwards do it as Christopher Walken.
What was the phrase again?
There's something weird in this town.
There's something weird in this town. Would it be something like that, maybe?
Yeah, probably. If he doesn't, there's not enough words he can turn into R's. So
Yeah.
is the problem.
I feel like I needed to start with a row.
Yeah.
There's
Something weird in this town.
something weird in this town.
Something
Yes,
weird
just
in
put-
this town.
What's
What's that, Scoop?
I was about to say
Shaggy.
the theory behind Scooby-Doo is anything can be an R if you try hard enough.
All right.
So the other one was
Christopher Walken.
there's something weird in this town.
Oh. Oh, no.
Well, Derek
I'm
is
trying
so
to, trying
good
to
at
get
that.
another phrase to add to the
Derek
end of
is just so good at that.
that. These ethereal horrors. They're wild type of thing. They're wild. Like that. The way he says wild is my favorite.
Cthulhu and his tentacles.
You're beginning to get your bearings in Emberhead. Would you like to explore some more? You may choose another option from those below. Do not repeat a previous choice. Once you have tried 4 options, or before that, if you're ready to move on, go to 3. So we did look for local people with their own transport needs. That didn't really pan out for us. So we could ask about transport at the general store, seek out the village hall, walk down to the lower level and check out the eastern road, examine the large metal structure, or explore the church.
All right. My thoughts are either the road or the general store.
I was thinking road or church.
Oh, why church?
Eldritch horror is probably something will happen.
Seek
Okay.
out,
There's like some freaky stuff.
seek
Yeah,
out
yeah, I
guidance
want
from a priest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a man jump off a cliff last night, and I need to deal with that emotionally.
Wild.
And it's 1920, so there is no mental health facilities, so turn to God I will.
Yeah. You cross the street towards the church. As you glance to your left, you gaze alights. You gaze alights on the metal, or your gaze alights on the metal structure. Some of these words. Something bothers you about its positioning. You back up and look again. Yes, Emberhead's central thoroughfare points directly at the structure. This seems too precise to be a coincidence. You press on and draw into the shadow of the church. The building is in a sorry state. The top of the steeple is missing, a ragged gash of splintered boards making its absence, and the floors beneath it have collapsed, marking its absence. It appears to have torn through the roof of the main building as it fell. Only the back half is intact. The white paint, which once covered the church, has yellowed and peeled. It seems safe to explore the rear section. Old pews are stacked against the wall, choked with mildew. Most of the windows are broken. You guess this church has been disused for about 20 years. There is little more to interest you. What this reminds me of, when the DM gives you like a room description, and it's like 1.5 paragraphs too long is what it is, where it's just like, I don't need all of these details about this room. Like, you could just tell me it's a bit mucked up, there's a couple of things broken in here, you can see that, let's move on. But the level of detail here, and obviously this is a solo thing, you're probably reading it in your head, you're not supposed to be reading it aloud like this, but this is a thing.
Your dice cup has been called out in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. We're back. It's us. Whoa, what a dramatic reveal there by Derek. You're like that hamster from that video. Remember that one?
Oh, that ten.
Another timely reference for the kids in the chat. They love outdated internet material. Shout out to Echophobia in the chat. Hey, first ever sub. Wow, thank you so much. That's so very, very cool of you. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. And you're number 1 forever now. Congratulations. You hold that rank for the rest of time. The first ever Sounds Like Adventure Twitch subscriber. So congrats. Let's get back into things here, gang. Do we want to talk a little bit about my dice for a little bit? There was a little bit of attitude we were leaving when I was getting out of there.
I, like a sane person, keep all my dice in their original packets.
Because that seems wasteful to me, keeping all that.
I am in a dice tray.
Yeah. I just keep them in here just like, I like how they look like this. I feel like it's kind of artistic. So I look across and they look nice, and then when I use them, I pour them out, and there they are, and I grab the ones I need.
This is where, right, I think the difference of me being an in-person player a lot of the time and you not being an in-person player a lot of the time comes into play. Because you very rarely need to go get a certain dice, whereas in person, I've often got to get a certain dice.
Yeah, and if I do play in person, like I'm in the DM chair, so like I just
Yeah.
have like I just give it behooves me to have all my dice available to just grab at random, basically.
grab it
What's
at
wrong with them being in a cup? What's wrong with the
Is that,
cup
hang
over
on,
here?
what cup's that one, Jack? Is that
This
the
one
I
that
think it is?
says this one even says sounds like adventure on it. It's hard to see. That's another reason I put the dice in there. I was like, maybe they'll be easy to see the words. It's not really, but Smoldering Designs made this for us for free. It was
Yeah.
super cool of them to do this. So shout out to the guys at Smoldering Designs, the awesome Australian business owners, TTRPG stuff. They make a whole bunch of really cool etched glassware, and yeah, they came on the table business in the early days. Very cool, cool cats over there. Hip folks, you know. They're listening to jazz and scatting.
The revival of ska music.
Yeah, they're like eating pizza all the time, like cool Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're like Michelangelo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is what they're like. So
What a rabbit hole to go down.
man,
Yeah.
how good are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles though?
Oh,
so good.
That is one thing I would like to from the folks in the chat. Are they bad now? Are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles not good because they were in those Michael Bay movies? Or are they like having a resurgence with
dude,
the Seth Rogen movies?
But the Seth Rogen one was pretty good, but there was the animated one before those, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Like
TMNT.
it was awesome. It was so good.
Yeah, nice. Yes. Well, I'm glad to hear this because the Teenage Mutant Turtles, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, absolutely rule. They're like the
This
coolest
is the
thing
best
in the
movie
world.
ever, though. This one here.
Oh, that's a good one, is it?
Turtles Forever.
Oh,
You got
okay.
these turtles, but you also got these turtles in the same movie. It's like a multiverse crossover
damn.
event. Well, that's so good.
Right. Yeah.
There was an animated series that was on TV when I was in high school, which is the one that I probably spent the most time with, and I remember that just being
The
good.
2003 one. They had
I
like
feel
the
like
white eyes. They were kind of buff.
Yeah, maybe. I remember they
That
were in
was
a
the one- that was
farmhouse
the one
for a
with-
long stretch of the
And
show. And
Derek's like, let me get to my library.
there was like a Rokusaki in it and stuff like that. I remember that. I remember them saying a
The
Rokusaki.
turtles look
a lot.
like that. Those ones.
Yeah, that feels about right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that's
cool.
the good ones.
It was a cool one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all Ninja Turtles stuff?
Pretty much. That's the entire arc of those seasons.
Oh, yes. Has anyone played that new Teenage Mutant Ninja
Shredder's
Turtles
Revenge.
games?
Shredder's Revenge.
The new
Yeah.
old one, basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually
man.
quite enjoy it. It's
Oh,
fun.
it rules. It's so
Yeah,
fun.
it's so
That's
fun,
like,
mate.
I've like, before my daughter figured out that she could get Roblox to work on the Xbox, we were playing that instead. I'd fooled her into playing that with me. Oh, that ruled. Oh, so great. But yeah, she's not into it anymore now. She's realized she could play Roblox.
Me and my son played through that one as well. It was good. It was real good. Yeah,
That's
it was
so
very fun.
good.
I've got so much Ninja Turtle stuff.
Oh man, it's so good. It's such a crazy thing, and it's like there's a great episode of that Netflix show, The Toys That Made Us, about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because they're like one of the highest selling toys in the history of the world. Basically, they're like right up there with Star Wars. Essentially, it's wild, and it's part of why they were so successful. And then that first movie. It is like actually kind of holds up. It is actually kind of great. The first one with the big live action puppets.
Yeah, I grew up with that movie, man. That was my jam.
Those are people in suits in that movie. My God,
I've
it's
got the
amazing.
coolest collection. Can I grab one to show you guys?
Yeah. Let's
it, yeah.
do this. Let's break it down and just talk the turtles for a little while.
Just turtles.
Because there's
No,
people in suits. They were made by the Jim Henson Company.
Yeah.
And apparently they would have been a nightmare to get around in. But just watching those movies and seeing the light bounce off the people in the suits in the correct way, like they're in the scenes with the other actors.
Yeah.
Even though it's hokey and lame, obviously.
It's great.
There's something about a puppet has been kind of lost.
Yeah,
in the movies.
it's that like age old like real effects versus special effects.
People are just realizing now that you're in a garage, Derek.
In a shed.
That's amazing. Yeah, Derek's been in a garage this whole time. Do you guys really think he was in space?
It's this collection.
Wow.
Has
Oh,
all
wow.
the original movies. It's like a pizza box. So you got like
Oh,
Yeah,
stain out the
that's
back.
rad.
the open it
wow.
up.
That
All
rules.
all the Blu-rays are different pizzas.
Oh, what?
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. Comes
God.
with
Physical stuff is cool.
It
It's
is.
one of the good stuff about like.
like the
Oh, yeah, let's see.
print of the original comic kind of thing as
Oh,
well.
what?
And,
Oh,
rules.
that's awesome.
and you get like the cool stills from the
Oh, the original. Oh,
That's
man.
so
original movies
good.
and everything.
Yeah.
Isn't I think the guy behind the
And a
mask
beanie.
in the original movies for Shredder is Kevin Nash, by the way.
In the
Really?
in the second movie.
In the second one, is it?
Yeah.
Which is not as good, is it?
Super Shredder, that's Kevin Nash.
Yeah. Wow. Oh god, that rules. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm very glad that the turtles have remained a thing that we can all just enjoy and hasn't become bad over time. Because I feel like everyone just is like, yeah, Ninja Turtles, like that's cool, like that's a neat thing that exists and we can all get behind it. So I'm glad that that has stuck around. But yeah, that collection, that friggin' rules, man.
So cool.
That's the best thing I've ever seen.
So cool.
All right. Back to the second best thing I've ever seen. Clifford the dog.
The big red dog.
Yeah, those books are amazing.
Untrained
They hold up.
psychologist.
They're brilliant, those books. What number are we up to again?
Wait, just a thought.
Oh, the church. Here we go. We
should
have to
do it
make a ride roll.
Oh, we don't do ride.
Yeah, things ride us. Make a ride roll. You may have a bonus die, roll the tens percentage die twice and take the lower result. If you succeed, go to 46, otherwise go to 25.
Oh, that's what I've been waiting to say, Echo. TMNT one shot. We all play a Ninja Turtle.
But I don't want to be the DM. Someone else be the DM for that? I want to be a turtle.
I can be the DM, and then I get to be
But I'm going to play Splinter.
Splinter.
I'm going to play
Oh, you
Splinter.
son of a bitch! I'm April O'Neil over the comms.
Yeah, wow. Hey, look, we're getting a raid. Hey, shout out to the folks raiding us from Liam Draws. Hey.
Hello.
Hello, thanks for joining us. We're Sounds Like Adventure. We're an Australian-based actual play live stream podcast YouTube channel, and we usually stream a sci-fi campaign, and that is called Space Like Adventure. I am the DM and the host of the show. The guys here, two of the players. We also have 3 other people. Forgot how many players are in the show.
Under pressure.
Yes. So there's Jazzy, there's Arlo, and there's Kess as well. We just like a bit of silly fun, you know. We kind of joke around a lot, and if you check out any of those shows, those other shows out there, we're probably of the Dimension 20 school. So yes. Oh yeah, we met at Conquest. That's very cool. Yeah. Yes, I remember the one. You may need to prompt me a little more than that because I spoke to a few folks who do cards. But thank you so much for checking out the channel. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's us. We like to one last score. That's the one. That's the one I was thinking of. That is an extremely cool card game. Yes, it's I can't spit game on it off the top of my head. But I know you guys have had a lot of awesome success with that, and it seems extremely fun. I didn't get the chance to play it myself, but I hope to in the future. So yeah, shout out to you. Thanks for checking out the channel. Right now, what we are doing is we are playing through the starter adventure for Call of Cthulhu from the starter set, and we are making a character at the same time. We have decided in our infinite wisdom that we would make Clifford the big red dog, and try and make that a viable character for Call of Cthulhu. So at the moment, what we're doing is we've got to make a ride roll here. The way Call of Cthulhu works is you've got to roll under the number. So what is the
What's that
number
ride? 10?
for ride here? It's 5, guys.
Oh no!
That's
I thought the
good.
default was 10.
No,
We can
it
do it.
depends on the stat.
Okay.
So yes,
Let's fail this ride roll.
let's give it a crack, gang. So we can, but we can have a bonus die here. So that means that we can re-roll the tens percentage die twice. That's the one we want to roll twice, and we can choose the lower number. It's like rolling with advantage, basically.
So basically, if the ones goes higher than 5, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Is what you're telling me?
Yeah. So
Okay, cool.
let's give it a go here. All right, let's see. It's a 4 on the ones,
Ooh.
but it is a 90 on the other number.
Can we look?
This
can we get back
is the moment, gang. Can we do it? Can we
this
roll
very
a 0?
Super important roll.
We want to ride, all right? We need to ride. It's a 20.
Yeah, nice. So what were you even writing?
50.
We got so distracted by Teenage
I don't
Mutant
know
Ninja Turtles.
why we were rolling ride even. We were in a church.
We got so distracted by Ninja Turtles that I completely forgot what we were doing.
Yeah.
Same.
It said it seems safe enough to explore the rear section. So I guess we were just riding the church.
That's a sentence that probably doesn't need to be spoken.
It's just like riding a building. I don't mean it like there's no secret meaning behind it, Jacob.
Even Echo's just gone, what?
Okay,
That's
people
also-
are reacting to what I've said. I didn't mean it in any way. All right, it's just a sentence. It's just a building. It doesn't mean anything to me. 25. You're beginning to get your bearings in Emberhead. Would you like to explore some more? Okay, so we can choose 2 more options here. We can ask about transport at the general store, seek out the village hall, walk down to the lower level and check out the eastern road, examine the large metal structure, and we've done the other 2 things. It felt like it was kind of pointing us towards the structure earlier when it said the stuff about the whole town seems like it's
the
going
metals. And didn't it say something about it being very purposefully placed or something like that?
Yeah, it made it sound like
Yeah.
it was weird how it was placed. It
All right,
felt,
let's do it.
felt a little bit like the
Let's do
DM
it.
was pointing something out to us that we should follow.
Clifford has a nose for these things, and Clifford sniffs out the eldritch. Let's go.
Okay. How does Clifford say? I think there might be an eldritch horror here.
Let's get we're together.
Jack.
Roll. I think there may be a red rich roller down here.
Clifford the Scooby Doo.
For the if there's any new folks still in the chat, we've also decided that Clifford speaks like Scooby Doo for some reason.
Yeah.
I can't. There was logic when we made that decision, but I don't remember what it was.
It was also logic when we made Clifford the Big Red Dog, which started at Jack Reacher somehow. But I don't.
Let's not go back.
slippery
We've come too
slope.
far.
That was a slippery slope.
Sometimes it sounds like Christopher Walken.
You walk up the approach, the most central of the village's major streets. It points directly at the odd metal structure. I want to point out as well that the approach is capitalized, both letters of the approach, the T and the A. So it's literally called the approach, which feels quite ominous.
It's a name.
It points directly at the odd metal structure. As you emerge from the shade of the nearby buildings, you are greeted by a magnificent panorama spread from the north to the southeast. The last colours of fall taint the hills in a sleepy gold. The structure, by contrast, is made from uncompromising iron, singed black. It supports an immense curved platform at the level of your head. Further struts snake up to a central point. It looks like they may have some kind of sculpture at one time, but are now twisted and melted beyond recognition. An older gentleman passes, looking up at you with... What is this word? Roomy? R-H-E-U-M-Y.
Room. R-H-E-U-M-Y. Let's go.
Watery.
Roomy, yeah.
Okay.
And Antipodean Squid has put it in the chat there. Yes?
Like watery eyes.
Nice
Yeah,
work,
watery eyes.
gang. I like that
Everyone
everybody just
can
wrote
spell.
the word that I spelled.
Their eyes are red and watery, usually because they're very ill or old.
Sort of sickly, says Antipodean Squid. Okay, there you go. Roomy. Is it roomy? Is it like, does it imply like rheumatism? Icky.
Icky.
Okay, let's go with that. That feels more up my alley here.
Looks up at you with icky eyes.
An older gentleman passes, looking up at you with icky eyes. Are you here for the festival? He says. That's the beacon. When they light it night after night, you'll be able to see them 10 miles away. He gives a little nod of satisfaction and moves on, leaning on his walking stick, his icky eyes finally leaving yours. Now you notice bundles of wood tied and stacked against the buildings nearby. Perhaps this festival would be an interesting diversion, but you really must head to Arkham as soon as possible, and bedtime is getting near. A mother would be upset. It's weird, these like little asides that are in here. I should make it more obvious that I'm making these jokes up, by the way. Make a spot hidden roll. If you succeed, go to 69. Otherwise, go to 25.
Ooh. We need to go to the nice number.
We haven't succeeded on a roll yet. So we're due. We're due.
Tracking.
What's that?
We succeeded on the tracking roll.
Yeah, that was last session.
Yeah.
I find it very ironic that we've succeeded on the only dog related role that we've done.
That's true. The only other good thing that happened to us is just that we were big, basically. So we just defaulted to doing well.
Winning by default. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Spot hidden. Dogs should be good at spot hidden. Maybe if I say that first, I'll roll well. 50. Flat 50.
Beats?
Is it meets it beats?
Yeah, it's a meets it beats game as well. So that works. It's because it's a 50 and a 0. I'm just like, how did we get 500? That's not possible.
That's way above.
It's like when you get 3 zeros and you're like, oh, all zeros. Like, no, that's 100, mate.
We definitely don't have a tabletop game podcast or anything like that where we should probably know these things, eh?
No, we don't know things.
That's for chumps.
First success there. We get to go to 69 is our number now. My bad.
Wow.
As you walk away from the iron structure, you notice something strange about the construction of the village. All the wooden dwellings are concentrated in the west and the southwest. To the east and the northeast, closest to the beacon, the buildings are formed from dark brick and clay. Does this mean the settlement began at the beacon and spread west? You can check mark the small box beside the spot hidden skill.
Okay.
Okay.
What does that do for us?
Gives us a nice little tick on our character sheet.
Yeah, maybe it's like a proficiency or something like that. Maybe they'll say it when it comes up.
Never to be spoken of again.
Now I'll go to 25. You're beginning to get your bearings in Emberhead. Would you like to explore some more? Okay, one more exploration option that we have here. Or we could just move on. We could go to the general store to ask for transport, go to the village hall. We can check out the Eastern Road.
I feel like we want to encounter the horror. I don't think we want to get the transport because...
Just make the bad choices on purpose now?
Yeah.
Eastern Road?
Is there a haunted graveyard option? Could we go there?
Yeah, let's do it.
There isn't a haunted graveyard option. I'm joking. Where do we want to go?
Jack?
Eastern Road or Village Hall?
Eastern Road.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That gives me horror vibes.
Let's go hitchhiking.
I figure we're not going to actually find the transport anyway, right? Like, if we go to the place, they'll be like, oh, all the roads are snowed
Yeah, but I
in.
feel like it's going to force us to go there anyway. So
Yeah. The air is fresh, and the walk down to the lower ridge is invigorating. You notice cultivated fields stretching through the lowlands around Emberhead, and among the crops, some livestock, but no horses. Are you going to have to make your journey onward on foot? Further down, the road skirts at the edge of the ridge and descends. There are a few scattered hovels here with signs of habitation. They are set a substantial distance apart. As you examine them, a door opens, and an older man steps out. He wears a bedraggled suit, but carries a piece of cloth, which he tosses over his head like a hood. As he does this, he sees you and freezes. Make a luck roll. If you succeed, turn to 127. If you fail, turn to 135. How lucky are we?
Well, I'm pretty lucky.
Where is luck? Okay, yeah, luck is this big one here. Okay, 50 is our luck. Got a good chance. I reckon dogs are pretty lucky, right? It's a lucky boy.
yeah.
11.
Oh, that's
See?
good, isn't it?
It's just we got to think with a dog mindset, and then we do well here. Cool. If you succeed, go to 127. If you fail, go to 135.
127 for us.
The man looks up at the village, scanning the cliff tops. You get a brief flash of his face. There is something unsettling about it. Then he turns to walk away from the road, but as he does, he raises a hand and slowly beckons to you. If you follow the strange man, turn to 142. If this seems unwise, turn to 160. We're a dog, right? We're following the man.
Follow people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're curious.
Does he like whistle to us? If he whistles, we definitely follow. But if he just beckons, it's only a maybe. What is going on? What are you doing over there, Jacob? Why is the chat attacking you right now?
I know they're named after Renaissance painters. That was the joke.
Oh, you're still talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
I thought the painters were named after them. That's what I thought.
They've been around for ages.
You're bullying the chat over there, Jacob, with your
Yeah,
your lies.
I am.
Okay. You follow the man around the outcrop. He glances up, then steps between two rocks and vanishes. Closer inspection reveals a narrow channel leading into the cliff. I keep saying cliff, like I have that thing that some kids do. There is just enough light to see a small natural chamber within. You will be uncomfortably close to this man if you go inside.
I mean, yeah, let's be close to the man.
Yeah.
We're a big dog. We don't know personal space. We just go right on in there.
Yeah, he turns around to talk to us and we're closer than he's comfortable with.
Turtles are forever. Michelangelo was fleeting.
It's true. How many toys has Michelangelo sold? How much pizza did he eat? Not as many slices.
Michelangelo was the goat.
Yeah, and there was that painter guy. He was alright.
He did some alright work.
Sound like a Hamilton lyric.
But yeah, like Mikey had those nunchucks.
What's the painter have? Some paintbrushes and some paint. Come on.
Okay, no, we're back on this tangent now. I was a Donatello man. Donatello all the way.
Donatello was my number 2. He wasn't.
Who's your number 1?
Number 2 guy, Mikey.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think as a kid
enjoy.
it was the Leo because he had the swords. I liked the swords, but once I got a little older, it was like, man, this is all Mikey. This is what it is.
It's a Mikey show.
The jokes.
No,
I know a lot of people are into RAF though. I never really got into the RAF experience.
There you go. Yeah.
The gruff. I was a
Echo's
RAF
got
guy
it.
because
Echo's
I
got
had mad
it.
anger issues.
Yeah.
that was the RAF experience, I thought.
Mine was
it's
Donatello
good.
because I like to pretend I was smart and I just thought bow staffs were cool.
Yeah, that's the one. I never got that one. I was like, why has he got a stick? I'm like, everyone else has got cool stuff, and he's got a stick over there. I don't get it.
Yeah, I liked that because
I also
it was...
didn't really get Raph's little stabbing things. Like it felt like he would
Size.
be straight up murdering people with that thing. Like
Leonardo had swords.
yeah, I know the swords were a little rough too after
Daggers,
that.
pretty much.
But yeah, but the stabs feel like they're straight up like I'm gonna pierce you and you're gonna bleed out in a bad way. Like it feels like it's that kind of weapon is the thing that made me be like, man, he's a little full on.
Then
He might have some
Casey
anger
Jones.
issues, that turtle. He should get that looked at.
Echo, the fact that you've come onto a tabletop podcast and be like, Jacob, it's okay, you can say you're a nerd. That's pretty... I mean, we have a Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
This is an elaborate intervention.
Pretty
this
sure.
This whole show for this full year has been to get Jacob to finally admit that he's a nerd. He's just been in complete denial. He didn't spend an obscene amount of money on fantasy novels.
As it,
We've got someone asking an entirely off topic about Jacob's bookshelf. Of
Go
course,
for it.
please. I think Jacob would be thrilled.
yeah,
Been waiting for this moment. Now let's all sit in silence while the chat catches up. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, please ask the question. We would love to hear it.
Oh yeah, that's the top up there. Plus, I've got
Oh no, Derek! Wheel of Time talk has started. We're going to go
good.
into a
Yeah,
area that is only
do it, Wheel
for
of Time.
uber nerds.
so Squid. There's like 2 or 3 of those that I had to buy secondhand from overseas to be able to make them match the rest of the series.
Oh wow, that's so cool. Though. That looks
And
great.
then I also have the Warrior of Altair, which is the original book before he wrote the series. That was like his idea for the series. I do have that, which is sitting right beside Memory of Light there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't remember. Hang on, I'm just gonna grab it.
It's a reason he doesn't remember. It's because he had to fight somebody to get it. They've like damaged his memory. Now, yeah, Jacob, that's cool. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, underground fight club you went to.
No, just don't say anything. He doesn't like it if we talk about it.
What?
Nothing. It's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's a cool book, and it's like what he wrote before he wrote Wheel of Time to be like, and then expanded upon it. I'm pretty sure it was Lan's origin story from the books.
Very cool. See, chat. He's a nerd. He's a
Very
massive
big
nerd. You got to see this guy's audible listened hours. It's
disgusting.
troubling. It's troubling.
Yeah, it is.
He lives more in fantasy worlds than real worlds. It seems like at this stage.
What else is fantasy for?
No, but yeah, it's just like I tried to say you're not a nerd over there. Anyway, something good's going to happen here. So remember, we decided we were going to follow the guy into the
Yeah,
cave.
we're getting up nice and personal with him.
Uncomfortably close.
With wary steps, you squeeze between rocky outcrops and enter the concealed chamber, almost banging your head on the low ceiling. The man settles back against the wall and watches until you draw close. Then he slides back his hood. Make a sanity roll. Here we go. If we fail, we lose 1 sanity. We don't roll anything for this. Our sanity's pretty good. We're a dog, so we're not rattled by much. So we only have to get lower than a 60 here. So good spot for us, I feel like. That's just an 8.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Dog mind. It's working.
is it? Do you reckon it's because it just doesn't understand what's going on?
I'm not
Probably.
back on
Like,
the
so-
desk cam. Sorry, gang. Yeah, no, it's legit, right? Like, it'd be hard to make
Yeah.
a dog insane because a dog's just like, oh, yeah, you got a weird face, I guess. Like, but everything's black and white to me, so like, I've got other problems in my life. I'm also
does he
big.
see?
I'm also extremely big.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
red.
weird.
You know what's funny? Clifford the big red dog doesn't know that he's red. He just thinks he's a dog. He's colorblind, so he doesn't know.
True.
Is he also size blind in some way? Does he not realize he's giant?
Maybe he just thinks that all other dogs are really small. Is that what's going on?
Maybe. Can you be size blind? Is that a possibility? Some dogs don't know how big they are, right? Some dogs
Oh,
think
for
they're
sure.
little dogs. So
Yes.
maybe
Oh, that's
Clifford
right,
thinks
yes.
he's tiny.
He has a skin suit. This doesn't phase him.
You remember the Dr. Phil bit? Dr. Phil's actually Clifford the big red dog.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Are you now
Clifford's
saying that someone's inside Clifford? Is Dr.
maybe.
Phil? Dr. Phil is Dr. Phil's going to come out of a Clifford suit?
Raised by a Japanese rat, he don't care.
Pulls the suit off. He's like, "Young lady, you've got to stop this behavior." You gotta stop putting people inside dog suits. God, he's good. Not at,
he's
not at,
not
not at
never
psychology or like health, but just at like sentences. He's very good at words.
He does word.
Like for analogies, he might be in the Hall of Fame for analogies. Top
Analogy
tier.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we're right up there with Jesse the Body Ventura.
What? Dr. Phil has been dead over 10 years. Clifford added him to the collection.
I knew it. I knew it. That's why he's gotten so weird with his phrases. That's why his phrases don't make any sense anymore. Young lady, you got a hat that looks like a banana. Like, it's that kind of stuff now. Young lady, you can't wear bananas for shoes. He's really obsessed with bananas now. Anyway. Some of the man's face remains. A strip from the side of his jaw to his right eye socket is healthy and pale if aged. But the left side is consumed by angry scar tissue. One eye droops, hooded by melted flesh, and the nostril on that side is pulled open to leave a gaping hole. This disfigured man studies your reaction with his one good eye. Oh, another voice here. Here we go. The name's Arbogast. Willard Arbogast. Guess I don't need to ask what brings you to Emberhead. You know, because his face is all messed up. I thought it'd be funny if he had a really nice voice.
Really happy voice, yeah.
Okay, so are we going to claim to have come for the festival? Or if we admit, are we going to admit that Silas has stranded us here?
Ooh. We're not
Silas
a fan
was
of
the bus
Silas.
driver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a dodgy bus driver. Tried to scam us, but saying the bus broke down.
I reckon we trust this guy and we tell him the
Yeah,
truth.
we tell him. Let's do it.
I mean, he had quite a nice voice. That swollen mouth gives a little twist downwards. Son of a devil has rat's blood. His finger tightened into a fist. What's going to happen? Is he going to hit us? We're just a dog.
Please don't hit me.
I forgot of Christopher Walken.
Arbogast fixes you with a lopsided yet intense stare. You seek me out, eh? He looks up at the cave ceiling. Which one of them told you about me? Never mind, it don't matter. Truth is, they fear what I know. They'd never come at me direct. Don't want to end up like old Arbogast. I got to make him creepy as we go here. It's not working, having him being so upbeat. He giggles. The high-pitched sound is all the more grotesque coming from those bloated lips. Then abruptly, his gaze turns to iron. Emberhead died 40 years ago, shattered by flame, consumed by the stars themselves. The ancient hill was cleansed by inferno. And from the blackened ground came new life. as is the way of all things. The Abenaki knew. Arbogast wipes his nose on his sleeve. Except none of that happened. The flames were turned away. The necessary death postponed a year, and a year again. And now, those up there, he stubs a scrawny finger at the ceiling, think themselves the savior of the village. Think they can defy the great old ones. Ya, Cthulhu. He shakes his head. With strange eons, their lives matter less in the blink of an eye. A fierce intelligence burns in his gaze, but you expect Arbogast may be quite insane. Should his mood change, it would not be difficult for him to seize one of the loose rocks and crack your skull with it. Do we ask him about the Abenaki? Do we ask him about the great old ones? Do we ask him about the villages? Or do we leave while we still can?
Nah, let's ask him about the great old ones.
The great old ones.
Yeah.
Great old ones.
Give me that Eldritch Horror, baby.
Baby
Cthulhu
John
stuff.
Burgess.
A
Great old
smile
ones.
of sickly rapture comes over Arbogast's scarred features. The great old ones. The Windwalker, Cthulhu, the crawling chaos. Like the rest of them, spread like gnats upon the earth. You think your actions matter. Yes, your existence matters. He shakes his head. We are the dust that shifts in the breeze, the motes that drift in the last rays of sun. You are nothing. We are nothing. He gathers himself into silence. Just when you think the sermon is over, he stirs. Here you are, closest to the living flame. Not that belching green column beloved of King Sport. I mean it which preceded all life on earth, it which led the void while our world was formed. It has infinite fuel, infinite patience. It will consume all. Arbogast runs a hand through his hair. A wide strip is missing on the left side, displaced by scar tissue. He climbs to his feet. Ooh, wow.
I'm just imagining this like dramatic scene unfolding to a big red dog with its tail just like wagging in the background. And
Kind of weird. We may add 2 points to our Cthulhu mythos skill.
ooh,
Is that him?
Is he Cthulhu?
No, the picture.
The picture, is that?
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I think that's him.
Hell yeah.
You're like, is that Cthulhu? Did we find him?
Oh my god, is that him?
Cthulhu Daddy has arrived.
I feel like that voice actually kind of worked as it went on, by the way.
It did, yeah. You just sort of depressed. Oh wow.
It was like he was getting more intense as it went on. All right, go to 259. We learned some stuff about Cthulhu. Arbogast pauses in the shadows. There's something about you. Something the previous ones never had. Perhaps you can make it through. If you want to hear more, meet me again after dark. 9 o'clock. The graveyard on the other side. He lifts a gnarled finger.
Get a haunted graveyard.
Don't be followed, else I won't be there. This ain't the time of year for a showdown. Arbogast wipes his nose on his sleeve again. Go now. Their eyes are on me. And stranger, don't try to run. You'll never make it. You emerge into the sunlight blinking and more than a little shaken.
Cool.
You've discovered a secret. Later tonight, the text will offer you a chance to follow up on a previous appointment. At that point, if you want to meet with Arbogast again, add 20 to your current entry number and go to that new entry. Ooh, add 20 to our current entry number. I'm going to just write that on the back here.
Yeah.
This is getting good.
Hell
It
yeah.
is. It's heating up.
Man, I love Eldritch Horror.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
this is good.
Oh, let's roll for dragons in the chat as well. Hello. Oh, and Arlo.
Oh, hey, shout out to you
Hello.
guys. Thanks for checking it out. We're playing through Call of Cthulhu, the starter set, making a character as we do, and that character is Clifford the Big Red Dog. So it's going well for us in some ways and not so well for us in many, 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 many other ways. So let's go to 160 now.
Let's do it.
Haunted graveyard, here we go.
That was cool. That was a cool moment. Hey, it felt
Yeah.
like
It's really
we
cool.
we found our way into quite a cool little event.
We brute forced in ignorance our way into a cool event.
Well, it's kind of like what a choose your own adventure thing it always is, right? You're just operating on very limited information, so you have to guess and hope you get the good stuff. And we got some of the good stuff there, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
great.
hey, we did choose your own adventure well. Good job, us.
All of my years of Goosebumps has paid off.
God, did you read actual Choose Your Own Adventure, Derek, back in the day? Did you read any of those ones? Yeah, those were so. It's exactly this, like go to this page.
You know they do.
roll
You know they do.
dice.
You know they do adult ones of these now. Like they do choose your own adventure books, like full adult choose your own adventure, like D&D books and stuff.
Yeah, that's what these were. They were semi-adult.
Yeah.
Like they were like someone talks about it in an upcoming episode of The Table Business, but they were called fighting fantasy, and they were literally like a D&D campaign that had been put into a book form. And it was like not like a big massive sprawling thing, but like a railroad adventure through a dungeon type of thing. And it'd have like fights and stuff like that. And yeah, now there's like actual new proper D&D choose your own adventure. I think there's kid oriented ones.
There is, yeah.
But are there adult oriented ones? I nearly said dad oriented ones. We know the audience, right? For that kind of thing. It's dads a lot of the time.
Yeah, no, but I think there's both. I know there is kid ones, but there is definitely ones that aren't for kids.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Antimony and Squid. You can also get choose your own adventure romance novels, which is becoming a remarkably popular emerging subgenre.
Just get a visual novel at some stage, right? Like just download some anime game and you're getting that experience. Oh,
saw some books. Awesome. Okay,
that's so cool. Wow, you would know then. That's amazing. All I hear about is the rise of smut. At the moment in general, and I'm very for it. Not that I read it personally, but like shout out. Like I reckon more of that, of everyone talking about that kind of stuff only makes the world a better place, basically. So I'm very for it. I think, by the way, here's a free podcast idea for anyone who wants to make a podcast. Good idea would be a person who has read those books with a person who has never read those books, and they have to read those books together. I think that would be a really, really funny podcast. And
That'd be so good.
you like each week it's like a book club, basically. And
I feel like you could just do that with like fan fiction. It's just fan
do
fiction
it,
book club.
yeah.
It's fan fiction book club.
Yeah, the idea is basically one person is into it and is all about it, and one person is open to it and interested to check it out, but they're like don't really know what they're getting into, and they're like each episode's going to be like, oh my God, what is this book? Like type of thing. The first one. Sort of like my dad wrote a porno kind of vibes to it.
Oh god, that was so
podcast.
funny.
Yeah, I think it would be a really, really good show. There's a free podcast idea for someone that I can't be bothered making myself at the moment, and I've been trying to convince someone else, and he won't do it. So see if this lights a fire under him.
I was going to say as well, there's a solo adventure for the Cosmere RPG too. So once I get all of that in the mail and stuff, we should do this again with the Cosmere one.
We can make Yogi Bear this time.
I keep forgetting the page that we're going to, guys. Oh no. What have we done? I'm on a whole new section now, it feels like.
Any of those are graveyards.
Oh no, we were going to bed, weren't we? No, we didn't go to bed. We came out of the cave.
Yeah, which was 127.
Rivers of London RPG. Ooh. That actually sounds cool. I'm going to look that up.
Okay, 127 isn't the right number, but it is a number that we did previously. So I'm going to have to re-go through the thing here. 142 to follow him, 191. Is Rivers of London also Chaosium?
Oh, it's yes, it is. Yeah, and it's also Eldritch Horror too.
Yeah, I think I
But
don't know.
it's
It could
more-
be that I know there's like a even lighter version of Call of Cthulhu, essentially that Chaosium does, and I don't know if that is it, but yeah, I think like just the thing that I keep coming away with out of this is that Chaosium are pretty bloody cool. They make
Yeah,
some
yeah.
cool
I like-
stuff.
Okay, so the Rivers of London is a more modern version of it, from what I can see.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like a more
So-
modern London.
Okay, 259. Okay, 160 is where we were supposed to be. Okay, we're back. All right, this should take us through to, we'll wrap things up around 11:30, so we'll just keep going for a little bit longer until we hit then. You turn back to the road and your core business, getting out of Emberhead and onwards to Ossipee. The ridge gives you a good viewpoint from which you can see the course of the road. It winds with the hills, disappearing into woodland for a while before emerging further on. You lose sight of it, somewhere towards a second patch of woodland. By your best estimation, that is at least 6 or 7 miles distant. You see no other settlements or traffic. It may be worth taking a chance and walking. The weather is still mild, but you will need supplies before you attempt it. Go to 25. So we're gonna. He's gonna try and walk. Okay. So we've exhausted all of our options
Yeah.
to do things now. We're not allowed to do anything else. We could have gone to the general store and we could have gone to the village hall, but we chose to go to the Eastern Road, look at the large metal structure, go to the church, and ask
Mingle with
local
the
people
folks.
about their transport needs. So, next option, go to 3.
Oh,
Your morning exertions have left you hungry. You roam the streets of Emberhead looking for sustenance. There is nothing resembling the busy cafes of your hometown or anything that might be called a restaurant. It is beginning to look like you will have to get supplies from the general store when May Ledbetter comes down the street with a girl trailing in her wake. This must be Ruth. As she notices you, she races past her mother and approaches you with a smile. This is a different Ruth from the shy creature of last night. As she reaches you, she stops and stretches her arms up in celebration. She looks up into your eyes. Abruptly, the smile drops from her face and she looks several years older. Ooh, wow. Okay, so this was a kid and they were Irish.
yes.
What does that sound like? I'm an Irish child, aren't I? Here I am.
Diddly day potatoes.
I knew you was going to say that. You always take the low-hanging fruit, my friend.
I do.
I'm a small child and I enjoy Guinness.
If it ain't,
So one level higher than the lowest level of fruit is what we should aim for. We just got to go one rung up.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It might be broke, Jacob. Get out before the festival, she hisses. Get out! She blinks hard, then scuttles back towards her mother. May approaches, wrapping an arm around her daughter's shoulders. She smiles. How are you getting on? Have you found transport? Startled, you explain the frustrations of the situation. I try Mr. Winters in the village hall. He's always in of an afternoon. You'll be hungry by now. Help yourself to any food in the house. The door's not locked. You glance at Ruth, where she has squirreled herself behind her mother's leg. Her eyes implore you to silence. If you ask Ruth what she said, go to 9. If you ask May what Ruth said, go to 15. If you say nothing, go to 22.
I'm going to be asking Ruth.
You're going to ask her in front of her mum? Or are you going to just... I feel like we're cool. Are we cool?
I think we're cool.
Then I feel
Cool
like we
dog
would
vibes?
catch the vibe and be like, yeah, like you don't want us to talk in front of your mum, right? Like that's why she's imploring us into silence. Probably doesn't want us being like, oh, what did you say? Like,
What did you say?
what did you say? Or whatever his voice is.
Wish you were both. Oh, can I do a?
A
Is
Scooby
it
Doo.
possible to do a Scooby Doo?
Chris
Whoa.
Scooby, Scooby walking.
Scooby walking voice. How would you do that?
Because the problem is that we're realizing here that Scooby Doo basically only says one thing, and it's ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh and Raggy.
Yeah, and Raggy. Yeah, ruh-roh and
Raggy.
Raggy. So you'd just have to do Christopher Walken saying ruh-roh or Raggy is what it is, but not do the voice.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
Raggy.
Yeah, Raggy.
Raggy.
Raggy. Ruh-roh. That's exactly what I thought as well. Is the short ruh and then a long row.
Whoa.
Bro,
Ruh-roh. And I was like, ruh-roh.
we just why? These streams are just so unhinged.
I like it.
Honestly,
It's the best.
I know it's great. Bro,
I'm chill, you know? I don't talk to Ruth in front of her mother.
mother,
So say nothing.
the bed,
Be chill.
Widow.
Be chill.
Be chill.
Be cool.
Be cool. Be cool. Just be cool.
You take your leave of the Ledbetters and head towards their house. The door opens easily. In the low kitchen, you make a meal from stodgy bread and leftover stew. A little window offers a view to the mountains. If you learned one thing this morning, it was that Emberhead streets hold little to occupy the visitors from out of town, but there are still about 5 hours of daylight remaining. You could take some provisions and the bare essentials from your luggage and set out in the hope of reaching another settlement before dark, or you could ask advice from this Mr. Winters. Doesn't feel like we're just going to walk, right?
No, there's no way we're walking. The guy in the structure said that you can't run or whatever. You'll never make it.
Yeah.
He did warn
that's
us.
true. Well, actually, I think this might even be a good point to wrap things up because we're just coming up to an ad break in just about a minute here. So it feels like a good break point anyway. So we'll be back when we make the decision of what we're going to do, whether we go to the town hall or to just walk out of town, I guess. And when we come back, we're going to start on page number 22. All right?
22.
We're going to
22.
remember that, everyone.
Yeah.
22. And then I'm going to just clap for no reason and
Two
not
little
going to look for
ducks.
that in the timestamp at all so I can find what page number we're up to. That's not going to happen. No way.
Quickly, Jacob, clap.
Yeah, somebody clap. Everybody clap. In the chat.
do it.
Let's get claps in the chat.